Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your monthly reading for December 2023. This is for Pisces and Pisces rising. And if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occult cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity to get more specific and detailed with your reading, Pisces. I do this because you know I love you, Pisces, my secret crush. I do this because I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one, rather than a general spread. Lastly, I use astrology because it offers a lot more depth to your reading. So Pisces, this is going to be an awesome month for you. I'm looking at what's going on for you and it's like, oh, wow, Pisces are going to have a lot of fun. First of all, hi, we made it to December. This is amazing. Give yourselves a pat on the back. This is awesome. I mean, like, 2023 was wild. It was emotional. It was, we had 4 eclipses. We had Venus retrograde, which was a big deal. It doesn't happen. It happens every 18 months. We're not even having a Venus retrograde next year. But Venus retrograde happened during the time where all these other planets, like dominoes, went retrograde. So it was a very heavy retrograde season we went through. We had Saturn moving into your sign, which is going to be a big influence on you for the next few years. We had a preview of Pluto moving into Aquarius, and Pluto will officially move into Aquarius permanently starting in January for 20 years. This is going to be, again, a huge thing for you. Pluto in Aquarius is your 12th house. You are the native ruler of the 12th house. I mean, 2023, we also had, the changing of the nodes, the North Node moving into Aries, South Node moving into Libra, like big money things. Like money is going to be a big thing for you for the next year. We had the series finale of Succession. That was a huge thing. But listen, this month is big in itself. December, we have about 30 major aspects. I mean, this is a loaded month. There is a lot happening this month. Neptune, which is in your sign, is going direct. Okay, that is huge. Bigger than that, Jupiter, the planet of good fortune, good luck, prosperity, wisdom, expansion. Jupiter's going direct. Huge. Uranus goes direct next month. So by next month, all the planets will be direct, which is absolutely amazing. So a lot of movement, okay, kicking off the year. And then if you want to circle in your calendar now, December 27th, the best day of the month, the luckiest day of the month. In fact, it's the sun trining Jupiter, which is a very auspicious aspect. And it is something that is also rare. It only happens twice a year. If we're lucky to have it twice a year, next year is only happening once. So again, the end of the year was going to be like, it's coming right after a full moon in Cancer. Amazing. That's your 5th house of pleasure. So this, and then with all this activity in Capricorn, Mercury moving into Capricorn on December 1st, in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes, your social network. I mean, this is like a great, you're going to have a great month. Especially if you are here for career. We do have a new moon in Sagittarius, and there's something very unique about this new moon that I'll talk about later. But that's the thing, is if you are new to my channel after your spread, stick around. I break it down week by week. I pull a lot more cards. I tell you what's going on for you every week. Another big thing happening this month, Mercury is going retrograde. I did a video on Mercury retrograde, what not to do, what to avoid, but also, explaining why it's not always a bad thing. There are some benefits of Mercury going retrograde, but this Mercury retrograde is very unique. It's very unique because it's retrograding in 2 signs. We'll talk about that. This is gotta be a thing, but the biggest thing of all is Venus moving into Scorpio. I mean, ooh, that is intense, and we will talk about that. That is intensity when it comes to love, when it comes to money, your passions, your intuition, heightened, a lot of sexual energy with Venus and Scorpio. That is what it's known for. Just like buttons popping off of clothes. Like, this is a big aspect, really deep when it comes to relationships. Emotional connections can get really deep. But again, We'll talk all about this later. Let's go ahead and get started. Pisces, let's see what's going on for you. Again, this is for Pisces and Pisces rising. If you do want to read for your moon and your Venus, you are absolutely welcome to if you know your birth chart. But let's get to it. Pisces, let's see what's going on for you for... Oh, there we go. December 2023. Now, Pisces, like I said earlier, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. It really does bring the best overview, in my opinion. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will pull clarifiers. Secondly, Pisces, you are, wow, there is definitely a lot happening for you this month. Whoa. Look at you go. Okay, so Pisces. Very, very nice. You got the Empress. All right. So you got the Empress, who is a goddess, not a priestess, not a queen, a goddess. Okay. We're talking Aphrodite here. She is ruled, by Venus. You see the symbol of Venus in her stone shaped heart there. So a lot of abundance that comes with this card. A lot of just like, a lot of things that I talked about earlier with Venus and Scorpio, that intensity, but it's more about this abundance. Okay. And it can be money. It can be love, and it can just be wealth in your life, feeling like wealth in all areas of your life, like family or career or whatnot. But there is this level of that, just feeling really good, living life through your passions and a lot of pleasure. Sensuality, sexuality is like a really big thing with the Empress as well. And again, Venus and Scorpio is that. And so I absolutely love this for you. It just seems like there is a lot of like you feeling good now, coming out of Scorpio season, which was like intense. I'm not surprised. But in any case, this is really great. Some of y'all may have started something new too. It seems like, something that you were just like, I really love this. I really want to do this. I really want to get this off the ground. Like I'm moving toward, my passions now, and, I'm putting heart and soul into it, but there is a sense of growth. Okay. And that's what happens with Empress too. She is card 3. 3 is all about, it is growth and advancement, but also like creation, the birth of new things. The Empress is pregnant. Okay. So, and some of y'all may have babies, but, especially toward the end of, the month, where you may find out with that full moon in Cancer, which is in your 5th house. 5th house does rule procreation. Okay. And so could be a thing now, especially, full moons illuminate as well. But you did get the 8 of Wands. Absolutely amazing. And the heart of your spread, this is one of 2 cards out of all of tarot where there's no figure, there's no person, there's no nothing. It's just 8 wands zipping through the air. There's a lot of enthusiasm. There's a lot of speed here. There's a lot of like, you see the wands completely aligned. So everything's starting to align for you this month. Everything's starting to align for you. I really love this. Absolutely amazing. I also love that you got this. It's interesting. The 8 of Wands is attributed to Mercury and Sagittarius. And so, again, if you are here for career, that is a big thing. Wands ultimately are your passions, okay? Your ideas, your creativity and how you use it. But ones are also like how our work at an enterprise, like jobs. So there is a sense of something that, looking at your entire thread, something that could be landing now, could be a deal, something that you're finishing, but also, for a lot of y'all, getting off the ground, coming after, the Empress, or just a lot of movement with something that you may have just started or, felt passionate about. This is really great, okay? And, it really is interesting. I love, if you are into numerology, the 8 of Wands, remember this is a monthly reading, not a weekly reading. 8 is going to be significant because, 2023 was year 7. We're moving into the year of 8. And of course, I will talk about that more next in January. But you did get the Knight of Cups in your challenge area. So there is a sense of this month where you may, especially with Neptune going direct. Okay, Neptune, your side. It's okay. So we'll talk about this later. But your planet in your sign going direct is going to be a big thing. And so Neptune is like imagination and creativity too. But it's with the Knight of Cups. The reason I bring that up is because the Knight of Cups is Pisces. Okay, so there is a sense of like he's very like. He's a very romantic person and he's very dreamy too. And so when the Knight of Cups shows up in your challenge area, it's almost like you could be dreaming a lot about things that you want this month, especially with all this activity in Capricorn in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Just take that action, okay? Take that action, especially because Knights are active, all right? They take action. And so, especially with the Knight of Cups in your challenge area, all right? There could also be something where there could be something in terms of you someone else involved, like a relationship, whether it is work or career, where you have to like really think about it a little bit more seriously. Okay, so there could be something that you may be approaching or thinking about bringing someone into your life, whether it is a partnership in work or maybe looking for a new job or passion project of yours or even a relationship. But this is a month where communication is key, but also like logic, right? And just having that structure, especially in the way that you think about things with Mercury in Capricorn, which again is in your 11th house of your hopes and wishes. Now you do have the Wheel of Fortune in your crown. Absolutely amazing. This is really great. This card is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and, luck and whatnot. And that's what this card is, okay? This is a card where it is just you. First, it's a game-changing card. It is a 10. 1 0 equals 1. But this is really game-changing. It says that there is this, like, it's almost like a lot of y'all know that you have... well, there's two things here, two messages. One is like a lot of y'all know that you have things are going your way. For some of y'all, you will think like magically, like, wow, like I did not expect this to, right? Like this is really amazing. Like this is divination. Like this is great. And some of y'all are going to really want a lot of that too and be thinking about it. But it's more about this change that's happening, okay? A lot of movement here. And then you have the Wheel of Fortune in your crown. So this change that's happening, and it's almost like you want all the luck in the world right now. Pay attention again, December 27th, when the sun does trine Jupiter, which is going to be really nice. And then again, Jupiter going direct it's a great thing in itself, because we'll feel the powers of Jupiter more. Jupiter being retrograde, it is, it's like, think about your cell phone. It's like being at like 60% rather than 100%. And so when Jupiter goes direct, we have the full powers of that planet. And Jupiter, we always want to track because it is the planet of good fortune and expansion and luck and whatnot. But this is absolutely great because not only did you get the Wheel of Fortune in your crown, you got the Ace of Cups and the root of your spread. So it does seem like you are going to be taking a lot of action. It seems like a lot of things in your life are going to be moving fast, especially with all these planets finally going direct. Remember, Saturn, which is also in your sign, went direct last month. Okay, so you're going to start feeling that too. So it is very nice. This is the card where, hey, let's talk about that newness. So you not only got the Wheel of Fortune, new, right? New chapter, new cycle in your life. You also got the Ace of Cups. Aces usher in new change. And then Cups, all about emotions and your feelings and even wonderment, intuition. But there is a sense of something new that you really, really want. Really, really want. Again, a lot of y'all may have started something already, and there is still like this freshness to it. Or you made this month, okay? Remember, the Empress, also creation, new beginnings. So you have new. Everything going your way, everything aligning for you here with the 8 of Wands and the heart of your spread. You're good. And then it's leading to the 10 of Swords. So if this is all about new beginnings and everything working in your favor, 10 is the end. And so there is something coming to conclusion because 1 0 equals 1, just like the Wheel of Fortune here, right? So this is big. You have, it's almost like New Year's is happening for you like in December. This is really big, especially, and I know it looks like a grim card. This is just saying that, there is going to be a lot of y'all may have just been going through a lot of moments, challenges, especially mentally, because the swords are the mental suit. So there could have been a lot of stress. There could have been a lot of like, feeling down on yourself. There could have been a point where just like, I don't know if I can go any further. And it just seems like you're going to be coming to the end of it. Okay. This is the card of New Dawn. And so those dark clouds are actually clearing. The sun is coming through. So you have to see these swords as something that you learn from, and that it is kind of like starting this new cycle. And that's the key word, learn from, okay? Because you want to learn from anything that was really hard for you or challenging for you. So you never have to go through that experience again. And if you do, you're prepared, okay? And so this, you can even see the man's hand, okay? It's the same hand gesture as the Hierophant and the very philanthropic man in the Six of Pentacles. And it's like blessings here. So it's almost like blessing in disguise, but also blessings that come with you learning from this. So, I say it all the time, like life is not a Disney movie. Okay. So we have challenges all the time. It's how you approach those challenges, how you come out of it, that make you a stronger person, that make you, a better version of yourself too. So it really is, and it does look like it is going to be like work related. It can be relationships too. The clarified the Eight of Pentacles, and this is absolutely amazing because it is like you just being driven. It's like, okay, I've gotten over this. I'm no longer worried about this. I'm no longer stressed about this. And so this is now saying, hey, okay, now it's time to get to work. And you getting the Eight of Pentacles, he's removed himself from the village. And we are back. So sorry about that. My camera shut off. Anyway, I was talking about the Eight of Pentacles, and what I was saying is that what makes it very interesting is that so it's like you coming out of this headspace, and it's almost like this revival for you, okay? But also just remember, learn from everything that has been challenging so you never have to go through them again, okay? Learn, like, what were the lessons that you had to learn? Like, and that's just going to make you more empowered as you move forward, and then just get straight to business. And really, again, I think that I said that he's removed himself from the village, and he is laser focused, eyes on the prize, working toward his legacy. Really working toward his legacy now. Now, what's really interesting here, pentacles are your physical reality. So this can be, yes, of course, whatever this thing is that you have started, that you've begun or want to take to the next level or really ascend in some area. It can be money related, because it is pentacles, money and wealth and your salary and income and other people's resources as well. Remember, the North Node did move into your second house, so that is going to be a thing for you, which is second house is salary and whatnot. But this card, interestingly enough, is Sun in Virgo, and that is your seventh house of partnerships and relationships. So what I said earlier about partnerships and relationships could become a thing now. Like there could be something where you may want to bring someone in to kind of like be your, I don't know, like Robin to your Batman or whatever, like that, hey, maybe equal, like Romeo and Michelle, like whatever it is, like Post-its. But this is really great. There is, again, this sense of you just working toward whatever it is. And it's, another 8 here. But again, there's so much newness, and then things just like going your way. It's absolutely amazing. But again, also a sense of something just like landing for you, like a contract or something, like something happening for you. Okay, so I absolutely love this. Let's get to your staff, Pisces. If you like this reading, Pisces, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I definitely want to hear from y'all. I want to know. I always love knowing what Pisces are going through. I have so many Pisces in my life, and so I think I've shown you one, but if you are a new subscriber, I do have like the Pisces tattoo on I'm not a Pisces, I'm an Aquarius, so this is for someone that's very dear to me. But I'm always very curious. I love Pisces. Anyway, you're okay, interesting, you're good. You just gotta definitely let go of the past. Okay, so that is going to be a big thing for you. It could be something that you're doing already. Okay, remember, you have the Ten of Swords in your future, and so it could be something like through the process there's something that did happen or will happen this month that is like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna move forward with this because it's you definitely have a sense of like a lot of newness again. Okay, so let's get started. You got strength. 888. You got 888. I mean, wow, that's crazy. And again, we'll talk more about eight. I mean, but just to give you a hint, you do see the infinity symbol over your head. Eight. Infinite possibilities, unlimited potential. Again, 2024 is the year of eight. We will talk about it next year, but I love the fact that you did get strength. All right. So, absolutely love this for you. It is, exactly as you would see it, but it is all about that inner courage. So it's just being strong throughout this month. Again, there is a sense of empowerment for you this month, which I really love, but at the same time, it's synergetic too, right? What's happening here? Because sure, the woman is taming the lion, but is a lion that's allowing her. Okay, so there is this like synergy, this interactive moment. So where do you find that source of strength? Like find that this month. Okay, it can be like whether you believe in God or the universe or your children, wherever you find that source of strength. Like really tap into that energy this month, and you will see things fly. You will feel so empowered. Venus and Scorpio again. If you are here for career, or I'm sorry, not career, but Venus and Scorpio. I didn't mention earlier. It said your ninth house, and so that is spirituality. That is higher mind. That's your philosophies, your belief system, also education, and so it could be you being like this leader, or like maybe something that has to do with school, going back to school, graduating, and feeling empowered. But I really, really love this for you. Now, you did get the Five of Cups in your external factors area, and so there is a sense of something this month where it is like there could be something. I'm getting more. I'm just going to clarify that for you. Yeah, there is something where I don't want you to. Should something happen this month, you can see he's looking back at all the spilled cups. Okay, he can't even see the two cups behind him, and they're completely full. All right, so it's a matter of you letting go of the past. There could be something that you're dwelling on in the past, and that may be a big thing for you when Mercury goes retrograde. This Mercury retrograde, like any of them, right? It's a window to the past, and even people from your past coming back and things, you reassessing a lot of things. But there is a sense of like something that you want to let go. It may be hard, but you're going to have to come to peace with it, come to terms with it, the same way you will with the Ten of Swords, or the way that you should, right? Never let your past dictate your future. Never let your past dictate your present, okay? I say it all the time. The past and history are very two different things, okay? And it's time to make your past history, especially those things that may bring your energy levels down, okay? So it's really think about that. But again, I'm getting more of a sense that it is something that is actually going to inspire you to continue moving forward, to feel empowered, all right? Just letting go of something, especially during the retrograde period. Now, you also got the Seven of Swords. So now it's saying that there could be something that someone did to you that you're just like, okay, this really messing with me, and I need to just nip it in the bud or bring some sort of closure to it. Okay, so there is a sense of closure, and with closure you get this new fresh beginning, and so it's something to really pay attention to. The other thing is that there is something where it could happen or have happened, where it's like, again, with the Knight of Cups in your challenge area, with Neptune in your sign going direct, there is a sense of you maybe like really, really not being honest with yourself about something that you have to be honest with yourself with. If something did happen and you're like, no, that didn't happen. Like, that's not being honest with yourself. If something happened and it, like, it could, whether it's like a breakup or like, a colleague that you really loved leaving and you're just really like dwelling on that, you have to like now like realize, okay, that happened. I have to move forward. Of course, every Pisces is going to take something different from this reading because every Pisces is different. You all have different birth charts. So whatever resonates with you, but there is a sense of being honest with yourself as you move forward. You have so much to look forward to. You do have the Eight of Swords, so it's almost like you don't want to fall into this trap if of being in your head. And so again, that is what is going to fuel you, especially if you are dwelling on something in the past. And again, with Mercury retrogrades, you may be thinking, reassessing, rethinking, reevaluating, but do it to a point where you're being productive and using it to move forward, okay, instead of feeling stuck. I mean, this is where it falls in your spread. It's just saying that's the last thing you want, is to be in your head. You do not want to play that part, like where it's just like over analyzing and again, just not facing like truth. You see that she is blindfolded, so really paying attention to things, but also like making sure that you are honest with yourself about certain things that are happening in your life, or it could even be an isolated something that does happen, but you being honest with yourself about it. But in the end, you're gonna be fine. I mean, you got the sun in your final outcome, and the sun is, the most powerful symbol in tarot. I mean, we're all alive because of the sun, right? Everything grows because of the sun. The solar system exists because of the sun. And if you've ever gotten into tarot reading, the sun is the biggest yes. So you're good, Pisces. You're good. This is, again, there is a sense of newness that comes with this, with the sun, like this revival, this fresh new energy that I'm feeling. It's really nice. Just think about what the sun represents: optimism, vitality, growth, abundance, even this feeling of free. I mean, you see the wisdom child, right? On the white horse. I mean, this feeling of freeness is like, I love it. And remember what I said about like all this newness. Look at the wisdom child. Look at that one thing, right? The red feather coming out of his head. That red feather that is in the Fool card. So again, the sense of something new that you're excited about, that you're starting. So I really love this for you, Pisces. I really love what's going on. So as I promised, let's break it down week by week. Let's see what's going on for you every week. The first week of December. Wow, it is a loaded week. There's about 8 aspects just packed into this week. So I'll only mention the ones that you should really know about, and the major ones, like especially on December 1st when Mercury does go into Capricorn. Okay, so this is now thinking of, it's very different from Mercury in Sagittarius, which is what we're coming out of. Mercury in Capricorn, it's just a lot more grounded. It's a lot more straightforward. It's structured. It's practical too. We're thinking long-term goals now. It really is. And remember, this is all about communication. This is your thinking. This is logic. Okay, and so you already have that with the Eight of Pentacles in your future, and the Eight of Wands is like things happening, and you just really like in it to win it now. On the 3rd, Venus will square Pluto. This is a very interesting aspect. This is very powerful. This is all about power. Actually, it's all about power. It's all about control. It's all about like love and money, big time. I mean, this is absolutely huge. Pluto is in Capricorn. Remember that. So that is your 11th house of hopes and wishes, but it's also like your social network, as I mentioned earlier. And what makes this really interesting is that, so that's happening on the 3rd, Venus squaring Pluto. The day after, Venus moves into Scorpio. So this is that intensity, okay? This is that, all or nothing energy. That's what Venus and Scorpio wants. It wants these, like, it wants commitment. It wants loyalty, authenticity. But it also, like, your intuition is really heightened around this time when Venus is in Scorpio as well. But it's just so much passion. It's so much passion. And it is like, there is, like I said, regarding emotional connections could be really deepened, right? Now, why is this interesting? Okay, Venus in Scorpio is in its detriment, by the way. Venus is, Taurus is ruling planet. It's opposite Scorpio, but it's not such a bad, it's just like you're not looking for anything superficial now, okay? But why is this interesting is because on the 5th, the day after that, Venus is going to trine Saturn. And so Saturn is bringing that stability, that long-termness, right? That promises kept and whatever. And that's what Venus and Scorpio wants. So when you look at this week, that Venus squaring Pluto, especially with Pluto being in your 11th house, have you ever seen the movie The Proposal with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds? They hated each other, but then they fell in love. And so this is one, like looking at what's happening this week. This could be one of those moments for you where there may be someone that you're just like, I hate this person. But then you secretly love them and the feeling is mutual. And it doesn't have to be love or romance either. It can be work related. Remember, you have a lot of activity happening in for work for y'all. But it can be like, maybe you don't see eye to eye with a boss and y'all like really, really can't stand each other. This may be the week where you actually see eye to eye on something. And then you become like besties, like BFFs, like Romy and Michelle. Like this is like, so just really pay attention to this week. It is very interesting. It's a very interesting week. And then on the 6th, Neptune does go direct. Neptune having gone retrograde since the end of June. Okay. And Neptune is in your sign. You're going to start feeling a lot more creative, a lot, it's really, really nice. So let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for the first week of December. And you're good. You're absolutely good. You got the 6 of Wands. You're absolutely wonderful. This is victory. This is success. This is eminence. This is you being recognized. This is public recognition. Mind you, we're still in Sagittarius season. Okay. That is your 10th house of career, of public recognition, of honors, of achievements, of your social status, of fame, everything that this, like, look at everyone cheering him on. And, when you think about eminence, it is, derived from the etymological root is eminere. We're going way back to Latin, which meant to rise above. You're definitely in a good, like, this is going to be a great week for you. This is going to be a great month for you. Now, second week of, December, I love the 11th when Mercury sextiles Venus. This is just a really fun, really, really fun, like sexy day or whatnot. But just a really good day of just like, your intuition, but like just a lot of mental stimulation this day too, which I really love. But the big day this week is the new moon in Sagittarius. Now, I was saying that, we have a new moon every month, obviously, but they're in a different sign every month. So every month, this new moon in a different sign affects a different area of your life. Now, you don't only just look at that, you look at what aspects are happening too. And that adds more flavor to these new moons. New moons that bring new opportunities, new beginnings, new paths. This new moon is conjuncting Mars. This is, if you are here for career, if you are here for fame, any of that, this is big. This is big. Okay. Public recognition, honors, achievements, or even just if you're not here for career, just being recognized for being the amazing person that you are. Okay. Something with your passions as well. Because remember this new moon, with conjuncting Mars, both of which are in Sagittarius in your 10th house of career and fame and public recognition and honors and leadership and whatnot, but gonna be big. Remember, this is kicking off a 6-month cycle, and then on the 13th, Mercury does go retrograde in Capricorn again. I did that Mercury retrograde video. If you want to see it, it is going into Capricorn, so you could be reassessing some friendships at this time, maybe even organizations you belong to, groups you belong to, even your hopes and wishes, which are the 11th house. But it's not about, it's just reassessing things. It's reevaluating things. Yes, Mercury retrogrades do bring like delays and miscommunication. So be careful and mindful with that. The way that you do communicate. Communication is a big key this month, okay? Especially with the retrograde. But it is a time like where you may just reassess a lot of things. But again, this is a big week with that new moon in Sagittarius. But let's see what's going on for you for the second week of December. And you're good. You're absolutely good. I mean, the Page of Wands, very Piscean, okay? The Page of Wands is someone who is highly intuitive, someone who has a lot of passion, really wears his heart in his sleeve, okay? You even see his sleeves are red. And you even see the fish coming out of so there is like a lot of imagination with this card, imagining the things you want, but a lot of newness coming through. So pay attention to the first week. You could be getting a lot of intuitive downloads. You could be getting a lot of intuitive messages, but there is something that it's almost like new that's happening happening for you. Again, you have a lot of newness. Pages bring in that new energy, cups, emotions, feelings. Again, so something that's going to fulfill you emotionally. Again, with a new moon, which brings new beginnings, a new path, just like the page here, who is a messenger too. So there's, again, messages coming through even in your external world, but it's something that's just like you following your bliss at this point. So emotionally, there's something that's very nice that's happening, but again, just expect something new to happen for you. It could be regarding something that you've already begun, but I really love that for you. Now, third week of December, I really love Mercury trining Jupiter on the 18th. One thing about Mercury retrogrades, and Mercury is retrograde at this point, and Jupiter is still retrograde. But what I really love about this is a lot of people from the past do come around, and in a way where it's like noticeable. And so always like pay attention to those moments. Like I gave I like referenced one thing in another reading, like during a Mercury retrograde, a former boss that I had not spoken with for 3 years out of the blue emailed me and said, hey, I'm starting this new division, this new team, and I really want you on board and whatnot. So that is like what I'm talking about. Okay. So it's and so keep that in mind. That may be something that and it can be anything. It can be like a lover. It can be, Mercury is communication. Jupiter is in Taurus at this point, which happens to be your third house of communication. So definitely like something could come through, like in terms of like an email or whatnot. On the 21st, we do officially enter Capricorn season. So now we're like rolling up our sleeves and going toward our long-term goals and really being focused on that. It is the same day as the winter solstice in the northern hemisphere. Happy winter. Summer in the southern hemisphere. Happy summer. We do on the 22nd have a Mercury Cazimi. Really love this. It is a day, same day as Mercury moves into Sagittarius, and this is a big thing because yes, as I mentioned, Mercury will retrograde in two signs. So you see how Mercury went into Capricorn, it retrograded, but now it's retrograding way back to Sagittarius, where it was last month. And so very, very interesting here. So now at this point, you could like be rethinking things in terms of career, in terms of, your social status and fame and whatnot, and just reassessing things, or again, how you want to be perceived by the public. But it is a time just to like reassess, reevaluate, re-envision. And so you may have some moments like that, but again, as you can see, it's a very loaded week. It's a very loaded week, but just going into Capricorn season, really big for you. So let's see what's going on for you, Pisces, for the third week of December. There you go. Oh my gosh. So you just got the Three of Pentacles, which not only is a Capricorn card, which is your hopes and wishes, but it's you see it's three people turning inward. So it's this teamwork, working with others, communicating with others. Remember I said Mercury is trining Jupiter. But anyway, communicating with others for success. And there is this element of success in work and career, but also your passions, even just something that has to do with money, because they are pentacles, but it's also like whatever passion project it is. But it seems like there is this progression because again, you have another three here, the Three of Pentacles. So remember that growth and advancement. So it's like you could have like started this, opened a company and things are going well, and by the third week now you're hiring people. Like it's just like this is really great. But again, this really is at the end of the day just like bonding and working with others for that success that you seek, and they are very successful. And so I really love this for you. It is, communication is key, like I said, and it's showing up here now. with the Three of Pentacles. This is amazing. Pisces. Now, the last week of December, on the 25th, Venus is going to trine Neptune. Again, remember, Neptune is in your sign. I really love this. You know, it's all about compassion and your imagination as well. You know what's really interesting is that it's coming right after the sun sextiling Saturn. And remember, I said Saturn brings that like longevity or whatnot. And so this is a time where I actually personally believe that you will be making New Year's resolutions, if that is something that you do, because right after this Venus trining Neptune, we have that full moon in Cancer, and this is a great full moon in Cancer. I love it. The one thing I want to just watch out for you to watch out for is the fact that Mercury will square Neptune this day. Remember, Mercury is retrograde and Neptune is direct, and does often bring like illusion too. And so this day there could just be something really foggy or confusing, but remember, it's a short transit, but it's the full moons that hold longer energy. And remember, this full moon in Cancer is in your 5th house of pleasure, of love, of romance, creativity, recreation. Okay. And procreation. Okay. Procreation. Remember, you did get the Empress and the Ace of Cups here, and the Sun. I mean, like, so, hey, it could be a thing, because the day after the full moon in Cancer is when we have the Sun trine Jupiter, the best, luckiest day of the month. You can think back to September, by the way. Actually, the full moon, think about what may have happened for you around July 17th. That's when we had the corresponding new moon in Cancer. Something could come about around this time. Now, on the 27th, Sun trine Jupiter, the last time that happened was September 8th. So you can think about what happened around that time. One thing about that, though, is that Jupiter was like deeply retrograde at that point. So you may feel this Sun trine Jupiter a little bit more, all right? Especially because Jupiter does go direct like 3 days later. But on the day that the Sun trines Jupiter, Mercury will conjunct Mars. This is very like Einstein, like really, who is a Pisces, by the way. So a lot of focus and clarity, just, feeling brilliant. 29th, Venus officially moves into Sagittarius. We will talk about this in the weekly readings. This is, again, your 10th house of career, fame, public recognition. This is Venus, a planet of love and money and creativity, and even beauty. But even so, on the 30th, Jupiter officially goes direct. And if you are going out for New Year's Eve, you are going to have an amazing time. We have this beautiful Earth trine. I absolutely love it. Definitely could be something that has to do with like, it's going to be very social for it can, if you go out, because when I say it's this golden, beautiful Earth, it's like the moon in Virgo, Jupiter in Taurus, Sun in Capricorn, that hits your 7th house of partnerships, relationships. It hits your 3rd house of siblings, neighbors, aunts, cousins, but also like communication. And then Sun in Capricorn, your 11th house of your social network. So really, really great way to end the year. But you see how this is a loaded week. Every week is loaded. But let's see what's going on for you. Again, full moon in Cancer, Sun trine Jupiter. A lot happening here. Let's see what's going on for you for the last week of December. And you're good. Blazing forward. Very interesting you got the Knight of Wands, because this is just you. Just nothing can stop you now energy. This is actually fire on fire. Knights are fire, wands are fire. And interestingly enough, remember I said Venus is entering Sagittarius for you? Knight of Wands is Sagittarius. And this is very transformative. This is someone who wants to change his life, someone who goes after, takes action for everything that he wants. And again, look at his horse reared up, like nothing is going to stop him. This is huge. Anyway, you're good. You have a great month already. I energetically felt this, like, you're gonna have a great month. And then I was like, oh my gosh, you are actually gonna have a great month. And now it shows here. Just remember, don't look to the past. Look to the future. There may be something that comes up during these retrogrades where you do think about something from the past, and just think about that. And if it is something that you're just like, oh, I really want that again, just take action to make it happen. But let that one thing go, and just be honest with yourself. But at the end of the day, you have so much movement here. You have so much progress and prosperity, and this auspicious spread. And the sun in your like, come on, you're good. You're good. So, with that said, Pisces, thanks so much for tuning in. If you like this reading, would be great. If you like, subscribe, leave comments. Let me know what is going on. And if you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I will see you next week. Okay, bye-bye.